All right, everybody is up in arms about this Don Lemon situation. I am going to do my best to try to explain to you why what he did is an issue. First and foremost, I want to say I'm all about journalism, all about your First Amendment right. You should be able to speak wherever you want, say whatever you want, wherever you want, protest whatever you want. I'm not against that at all. The issue is that to Christians, those of us that actually worship Christ, breaking into a service that we only really do once a week, maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times a week if the church is like really about it. If you walk in there and disrupt the service, you are interrupting my relationship and my time with Christ. You're interrupting my worship and you're interrupting my relationship with my brothers and sisters in Christ where we're holding each other accountable. And that is a precious, sacred moment. The only other equivalent I have for you guys, if you're not a Christian, is imagine somebody doing this to your wedding. I even believe that if you want to protest the church or protest at a church, feel free to do it. Just don't interrupt the service. Like going in there during service was wrong. If you would have done it after the service, outside of the church, or even inside the church after the service, waited till everybody got done and given people that respect, I think that this would be a totally different situation. I don't even think nobody would be talking about it. Secondly, what you were protesting had nothing to do with the church within itself. It might have had to do something with a pastor or a person that you believe worked in a church that has something to do with ICE, but the protest within its own bounds had nothing to do with the church. So also, if you're on the opposite side of this, you can also imagine what if people from the church ran up in a child deletion clinic and just started protesting in the middle of a child deletion. To me, it's not that different. And listen, as a country, we have to protect and respect what is sacred, right? So if that moment where you're getting your child deletion done is a moment for you where you're upset, you're emotional, you're distressed, it would be wrong of me to walk in there and talk about all the wrongdoing that you're doing, right? You're battling your own demons in that moment as it is. In the same fashion, I think it's wrong for you to go into the house of God where people are worshiping and trying to get right in their spirit and interrupting their spiritual connection by rambling and getting loud and being obnoxious and aggressive towards something that none of those people even had anything to do with to begin with. Maybe one person in the whole church, right? That's why I think it's wrong. Do I think that he needs to go to jail for it? No, I'm not really the type that thinks people need to be locked up for stuff like this, but I do think that a precedent needs to be set so that it doesn't continue to happen. We have to protect what's sacred. And I think most of you guys would agree with that when you're talking about what's sacred to you.